How's it going, guys? We are back for another DraftKings NFL Playoff Best Ball Draft. Right now, we have the fourth overall pick. Once again, drafting in the back half of the draft here. For whatever reason, DraftKings does not want to give me the 1, 2, or 3. But now this is going to be my first draft now that the final playoff seeding is in. In the NFC, we have the Lions at 1. We have the Eagles and Packers playing each other. Bucks Commanders, Rams Vikings. In the AFC, we have the Chiefs on a bye. We have the Bills Broncos going at it. We have the Ravens Steelers, and we have the Texans Chargers. So the draft is about to begin in 5 seconds. There's definitely some teams I'm interested in that I think can make a playoff run. In both the NFC and the AFC, we will try to complete those stacks in this draft. But let's get right down to it. In round 1, I think the clearest path in the NFC is for the Eagles. I definitely don't think that the Packers can match up offensively or defensively on that side of the ball with them. I think the Bucks Commanders makes for an interesting play, but I'm taking the Bucks there, so I'd be really happy to get a nice Bucks stack. I just think that they have a little more experience, but hey, Jaden Daniels has been lights out as of late. So Jahmyr Gibbs is coming off of an awesome game. He just looked completely dominant against the Vikings, and so did the rest of the team there. But we are going to grab our elite quarterback here with Jalen Hurts, try to pair him with A.J. Brown in the back, and see what else we can get. We are up in 3 picks. I would like to be able to get James Cook and then push A.J. Brown, but I don't think that he'll make it back that far. So let's just see what some of these drafters here are thinking. We had Josh Allen go first. We had Lamar, Barkley, Hurts, Gibbs, and we will see what Go Gators does now. Definitely have my fair share of Lions teams now that they're on the bye. I'm a little less interested in them. I was really interested if they were going to be able to get that wild card spot and play from the very beginning, but that didn't seem to be the case. Okay, so we lost out on A.J. Brown, which kind of backfires for me here. But we will go with James Cook, and, hopefully we can get Devontae Smith on the way back. But, it really wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we had a Bills and Eagles Super Bowl where I had Jalen Hurts, James Cook, and then some of the Bills pass catchers. So I have the quarterback spot locked up, and then I just have all of the Bills position players. So if we aren't able to get we're not able to get Devontae Smith. So maybe that will be the play for us here. Kind of a wonky draft, it seems like already, but we'll try to make up for it. We're up in 3 picks. We have Mark Andrews on the board. I like that. Seeing that Zay Flowers is hurt, I'm not sure what the extent of his injury is or how long he will be out for, but I like Mark Andrews to pick up all the volume there. 8 targets last game, 1 Zay Flowers went down, scored a touchdown in 6 straight games. He's getting some rushing attempts too, which is pretty interesting. So it looks like a lot of touches are to go there for Mark Andrews. If I had known that quarterbacks were going to go so late here, it seems like Mahomes and Goff are getting a little discounted now that they're on a bye. So maybe knowing that for next draft, we can wait and try to grab one of those, and then also try to grab one of these wild card hopefuls here and fill in the points for the wild card round. I don't think I actually needed to go Jalen Hurts here, but it is what it is. Okay, so you know what? We are just going to go and get my guy Mike Evans because I do like the Bucks a lot in the wild card round. It stinks that I'm getting him at pick 16 in previous drafts. You could have gotten him a lot later, but that's the thing about best ball, especially drafting so early. When the contest is first released, the dynamics change, seeding changes, and then the whole draft strategy changes. You can see that here with Mahomes and Goff still sitting around almost at pick 20. So we will see what we can do here. Maybe I should have gone Mahomes and Xavier Worthy. Hey, what are you gonna do? I do like the Chargers. They have a matchup against the Texans. They're actually projected to win by 3 points based on what Vegas is estimating. Okay, Bucky Irving went. Wow, these Chiefs guys are really getting discounted now. I will take Khalil Shakir. I'll get another Bills, primary focus here in the offense. Just getting a view of the draft board here. So far, all of our guys are in the wild card. We have a couple Bills players on this team. We have one Lions players. We have a Lions player on this team. We have one Chiefs player here. Travis Kelce still hanging around, and so is Xavier Worthy. Obviously, this Chiefs drafter should probably draft one of those two. I think this guy could afford to draft one of those two, seeing that he has 4 guys playing in the wild card round already, especially if Zay Flowers is out. Rashad Bateman can step in and take a lot of that volume. So we'll see. We will grab one of these two based on who is there. Okay. So we have a choice between Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy. I have 0 Kelce so far, and I already have some shares of Worthy. Let's just hope that playoff Kelce comes to the party, and we will make up for that with the tight end later in the draft. So Nico Collins is off the board. Again, I do like Ladd McConkey. I have quite a bit of him, but seeing the game that Quentin Johnston just had makes me want to... I don't even have to make that determination now. The draft made it for me. So we will take Xavier Worthy. Seems to me that the Bills and Chiefs are the likeliest of scenarios to make it to the AFC Championship. So why not just have all of those pieces in one game? I know I just passed on Dalton Kincaid. Maybe... So these 3 drafters all need tight ends. You could pretty much assume that this Josh Allen drafter is going to take him there. And I'm okay with that. That's fine to me. I do like Isaiah Likely's role now that Zay Flowers is hurt. He gets a bump. So it looks like the market is changing their stance on the Bucs after their new playoff seed. So they were initially projected to be the 4, playing either the loser of the Lions and Vikings, but that dynamic has now changed to that it's clear that the Lions are 1 and the Bucs moved into the 3 spot because the Rams lost, so they overtook them. So I don't know why the Rams rested their starters. I get that you have a home playoff game no matter what, but wouldn't you rather play the Commanders instead of the Vikings or Lions at the time? I just don't understand what went into that decision making there. But it is what it is. All right. We are going to need to make up some ground here for tight end and flex. So I'm going to keep betting on the Bucs offense. Maybe one of McMillan and Mike Evans has the big game. And Isaiah Likely saw 5 targets last game. I like him. I'm not in love with him. I think there are better plays here. Likely just went anyways. Justin Herbert is off the board. Sam Darnold really hanging around now. And Darnold goes at pick 44, which is really good value for him. I am going to go with Amari Cooper, more of this Bills stack here. So if we do get a Bills-Eagles outcome, I have Hurts, I have Cook, I have Shakir, I have Cooper. Maybe we can get Keon Coleman rounded out with pretty much all of the pass catchers on the Bills side. And Keon Coleman just went. So we do need another tight end here. I like Zach Ertz against the Bucs. I project that to be a high-scoring game. And then we do also have some Chiefs pass catchers still hanging around here, and some Lions. Be good to get some exposure to them in case the Bills fail here. I probably should draft one team where it's a Broncos stack. I have to take Hollywood Brown here. I think that he is emerging now that he is back to full health. Gives the Chiefs offense another element of speed and burst and big playability. I don't really understand the discount on the Chiefs players here. We knew that they were going to be on a bye. It's like the market's almost reacting as if this is news to us. I'm seeing a lot of discounts on the Chiefs players here, so I'm happy to scoop those up. I just have to make sure I have enough firepower to get out of round one alive, which we should. All right, I'm going to go and grab Zach Ertz. Last game, 5 targets. Seems like he's getting more and more involved. Touchdown equity is going up. They might need to keep up with the Bucs here, so I will take Zach Ertz, leaving us with 2 more spots left. So our flex will be either one of Cooper or McMillan. We have Zach Ertz as our starting tight end now. Looking at some of these other games, trying to figure out some players who might project pretty well. I might have to go with Marvin Mims. He's been on a tear lately. Somebody is already onto him. Let's see what this drafter did. So this guy does have some of the Bills players. So it makes sense that he would bring it back with Marvin Mims. I know this isn't daily fantasy, but you know, if you're going after a team that you expect to score points, the team that they're playing is going to need to keep pace and also score points. So it makes sense that he kind of correlated that with Marvin Mims. Position players are kind of drying up here. They went really fast. We have Christian Watson. I just don't like the matchup with that Eagles secondary. Yeah, the position players here are pretty much all shot. All pretty much dead. Anybody at the tight end position? Not really. Running backs. I'll just stash Kareem Hunt in case I do squeak through the first round and I have all these Chiefs players. But we are just going to gamble with one quarterback. Hopefully Jalen Hurts can just have one of his ceiling games, or even a 25-point game will do it. Pretty much good for a rushing touchdown, pretty much good for 30 to 40 rushing yards. I like that floor there, and then whatever we get passing-wise is just extra. Is a tough matchup against the Packers. They do have a good defense, but they are home, and maybe they can put the foot on the gas with getting the ball down the field. All right, so last game, Romeo Doubs saw 11 targets. I think they probably missed him this week, but he was out sick. I like his upside. I like his volume. We'll take him here. Christian Watson has just not been a factor in this Green Bay offense. Looks like he's hurt again. Okay, and he got hurt again. So I think that makes the case for Romeo Doubs even greater. So hopefully we can get a breakout game for him. But if we want to recap the draft here, I like doing this. I like trying to understand where I stand in terms of, odds of moving on after the playoff round. So drafter number 1 has Josh Allen, Puka Nacua, and Marvin Mims as his wideouts. Starting running back is Kyron Williams. Flex will probably be Joe Mixon. Tight end is Dalton Kincaid. Drafter number 2, we have Lamar Jackson at quarterback with Devontae Smith and Rashad Bateman and Cooper Kupp as the wideouts and flex, with either one of Dallas Goedert and TJ Hawkinson at tight end, Aaron Jones at running back. That's a solid team. Here, starting quarterback, we have Baker Mayfield with Barkley, Jefferson. Flowers might not be playing with Pickens as the wide receiver 2. Flex will be Josh Jacobs. and punted at tight end, which I think is a really strong play, and went with Pat Fryermuth, who I think is a good option there if you're punting tight end. My team ended up with Jalen Hurts. We have James Cook as a starting running back, Mike Evans, Khalil Shakir, and one of Jalen McMillan and Amari Cooper at the flex position. Tight end, we have Zach Ertz. Not the strongest start, but that's okay. Drafter number 4, we have Jaden Daniels. Wide receivers will be Nico Collins, Terry McLaurin. Running back, Bucky Irving, Mark Andrews at tight end. And flex will be one of Hill, Zacchaeus, and Matt Collins. Team was looking good up until the flex. And then drafter number 5, we have Herbert with A.J. Brown, Jordan Addison, and McConkey as the 2 wideouts at flex, Derrick Henry at running back, and Isaiah Likely at tight end. So if I had to pick, this guy's probably going to be moving on. I don't think I had enough firepower in this draft to move on to the next round, but that's the price you pay for trying to take too many Chiefs players here. So we ended up with 4 Chiefs. Yeah, I think I gave up too many positions here to advance me on to the next round, but it is what it is. We have a few more of these to do. We'll try to get more of these Bucks and Chargers and even a Broncos stack in there. But yeah, just trying to diversify the portfolio here. Try some different strategies, get some exposures. The guy I'm a little low on, and we'll keep churning out drafts up until the playoffs start on Saturday. So thanks again for watching, guys. I think this is draft number 8. It's been a lot of fun doing this. I'm gonna miss it once it's gone. I'll be ready for the regular season to get going, but we have the real NFL draft to get through and a lot of news to take in before doing that. But I'll be doing DFS videos, breaking down the playoffs, trying to win some money there. But until then, see you next time for the next draft, and thanks again for watching.